people like that, some decent-looking women, but the locals in Vegas, they're not better looking than the women of Pittsburgh.
Are you kidding?
I said the locals I'm talking about, not the people that come to visit. I'm saying the people that live there year-round. They're not...
I don't think... You must have never been to Las Vegas, because, man, them women out here, even the Spanish women look nice.
Spanish women are, a lot of attractive.
They got the Chinese girls, the Mexican girls, the black girls, the white girls. They all look nice.
Yeah, well, Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh is, has a lot of nice. So, as a matter of fact, I have a mother and 2 sisters in Pittsburgh,
I don't know about them.
They're nice people. They're all there. They're all, more important, Ed, they're all nice people,
Yeah, sometimes nice ain't everything.
Mm-hmm. But your girl the point is that your girl with the blonde streakies in her hair is nice looking, and she not only looks nice naturally, she also dresses up, puts on lipstick, like you said, and sometimes has earrings and everything, and she makes a face when you're ultimating with her.
Yeah, she does. She does it. I didn't tell you that,
Well, you did tell me that. You told me that 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Yeah, she's nice. She's a nice one, I tell you. And she liked the fights, and she liked horse racing. She likes everything.
Mm-hmm. And then did you finish the weekend off by watching The Sopranos?
Well, to tell you the truth, we don't got HBO.
Oh, really?
We used to have it when we lived in Las Vegas. We had HBO and Cinemax and the Spice Channel and all that. But out here, we don't got all that.
Well, they have them in Pittsburgh.
I don't think he put it on there yet. Because he always say, Daddy, how come you be ordering the movies on there like that? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, a cable bill over $300 this month. I said, well, I don't know about that. And then he always be trying to tell me, did you order Ghetto Booty number 4? I said, I didn't do that one.
Well, then who did if you didn't do it?
I don't know.
Maybe it was your new friend Frank.
I watched it, but I didn't order it.
Oh, I see, yeah. Now, that seems like you're getting him on a technicality, but maybe he has a right to say that, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you've said before, he pays for everything in the house, so maybe he has a right to...
Well, he pays most of it. He's got me on a budget. I can only pay between 10 and 12% of my income. That helps out on the rent. And rent...
Oh, I didn't realize you were working right now.
No, I get a check.
For what?
From the government.
For unemployment?
No. They
What
just
for
give
then?
me a check. I don't want to get into all that. They just give me one. They tell me, look, that you need to have this check. And I say, I'll take it.
They come to you and they say, whether you want it or not,
well,
you have to.
They told me when I had to go to the doctor one time, the doctor said, look, you're going to start getting a check. And I said, okay, I'll take it. Give it to me.
Well, if
and
you're not
said,
comfortable talking about it, I don't want to, force you.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I got to get some money somehow.
I guess that's nice.
I'm looking for a part-time job.
Well, like I've said, it's not a paying job, but it might be nice for you if you establish yourself on this show as our Steeler expert. You've thrown your hat into the ring for that. As I've said before, I don't think you really are the kind of guy I'm looking for that. I enjoy talking to you, but I don't know if you're perfect for that job.
All right. The Steelers are all right with me.
Yeah, but they're not all right with you, because you said that they're going to go 4-12 this year, and I don't like that.
That's all right with me. That's all right with me if they do that.
Right, but it's not all right with me that you say. I mean, just you seem like that's fine if you're logical in the reason that you analyze the Steelers as going 4-12 this upcoming season. But you've already decided that the Steelers are going to lose their the season opener up in Cleveland, which I think right out of the gate is sort of the Steelers are going to be favored in that game. That's for
You're
sure.
going to be upset when it happens. You're going to say, "Look, Ed, you were right, and I'm sorry."
Mm-hmm. Well, either way, I feel like I don't feel like you're being objective about them. I feel like you have it in for them. You call Ben Roethlisberger bad names and stuff. I don't think that's nice, and I don't think that's what anybody listening in Pittsburgh is interested in hearing from a Steeler expert, is negative stuff.
He's not no Neil O'Donnell, I'll tell you that.
Well, I know he's not, because he's a Super Bowl champion, which Neil O'Donnell was not.
You keep saying that, and I don't really know about that one. I mean, you always harping about he won that. He didn't do it. The team did it.
Well, that's right. I mean, I think he'd be the first to admit he didn't have a great game, but he was great in the playoffs, that's for sure. He was great in the 3 playoff games that led up to the Super Bowl.
Well, I want to know this. How come he didn't throw no touchdown and Randleman did?
Antoine Randall L. Yeah, he threw a touchdown.
So how is that? If you got a quarterback, how's your tight end going to throw, your wide receiver going to throw one?
Well, I think you tip your hat to Ken Wisenhunt, who made the play call, and to Randall L. for throwing a great ball.
He called that play because he knew Roethlisberger didn't have it in him.
Roethlisberger is his name. But listen, like I say, he knows he didn't have a great game, and the Steelers still overcame it, and they won the Super Bowl, and that was that. But like I say, he was fantastic against Cincinnati. He was fantastic against the Colts, and he was fantastic in particular in Denver. So
isn't that the game where Carson Palmer got hurt?
Yeah, Kimo Van Olhoffen then naturally sort of fell into him.
I don't know. I think that guy did something to him.
Well, he did, but it wasn't intentional, of course.
I think they proved that otherwise on SportsCenter, didn't they?
No, I don't remember.
Didn't they show it on there? I think you need to look at it.
Yeah, I think they showed it, but I don't think but I think it proves when you look at the replays that his momentum just carried him into Carson Palmer's knee.
After he did it, he smiled.
I never saw him smile after he did it. I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. I think like I say, I enjoy talking to you, but except when we get on to the Steelers, suddenly then I feel like to be honest with you, I feel like you just make stuff up. Kimo Van Olhoffen never smiled after he hurt Carson Palmer. I just don't like that kind of talk.
Well, I think I saw it on what's that? Outside the Lines on SportsCenter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen the show. I'm just saying I never saw the smile that you're talking about. But either way, the Ed, you know what? I got to run because we got baseball experts, Pirate experts, Richie and Irv on the line, so I got to let you go. All right, man?
Well, you know what? The Pirates are a good ball club. They're coming in second place in that division this year.
Well, they're in 5th now. They've been very bad lately.
They're going to be right behind the Cubs. The Cubs going to win it. Pirates 2nd, Brewers 3rd, Reds 4th, Astros 5th, Cardinals 6th.
Wow, the Cardinals, the world champions, are going to finish in last place. Wow, you really are hard to predict where you're going. You zig, and I zig, you zag. You know, Ed? I would have expected you would be down on the Pirates and think that the Steelers have some.
Do they still wear red uniforms sometimes?
They do. Yeah, it's an ugly looking jersey that only once in a while though.
No, they should even see. That's only for Sunday games, I think, ain't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
See, the Steelers should adopt that.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. No, that would be, well, I mean, of course, that's when they play most of their games, but I don't think that would be good. The Steelers' colors are black and gold, so, I mean, I don't see any reason to do that. That's another bad idea out of you, Ed. No, I don't think they should wear that.
I mean, you keep talking bad-mouthing me. I don't know why.
I'm not bad-mouthing you. I'm just trying to defend the Steelers from your attacks, which are unfounded. You just say things that are outrageous and that the Steelers should wear red jerseys on Sundays when they play almost all their games. That would be ridiculous. Of course that's a foolish idea. I don't mean to be rude, but that's how it is, Well,
I don't know. I think you guys got to open up your minds a little bit.
All right, well, we'll work on it, Ed. All right, check back in soon. And really, maybe watch some old, back from the 70s, some old Steelers stuff. Maybe you get a better flavor for what the Steelers are all about and what they mean to the city. And also, I think you should really take some time and look at the women of Pittsburgh. I think you might develop a greater appreciation for them.
I found
all right?
The best one you got.
Well, I mean, I think that's probably debatable. But, listen, I'm happy for you to have a woman half your age.
Badmouth me one more time. See what happens.
I'm not badmouthing you, Ed. I'm just having a conversation with you. You make statements that are a little bit that are questionable, and I just poke holes in them a little bit.
You talk bad about my girl, and yours had a baby.
Right, I know. Well, I'm happy about that. That's great that she had a baby.
I don't know why you'd be happy about that.
So it's because it's a joyous thing. Your girl's not going to have. You have 5, 6 kids now?
Yeah.
Oh, you have 5 kids. You have 5 boys.
I got 5.
Right.
It's
4
not
boys.
It ain't always joyous. When you got to get that money at the end of the month, you ain't going to be happy.
Well, I mean, your money, it sounds like you get it for free anyway. The government just sends it to you, and you don't even really want it. You just get it. And so it shouldn't hurt that bad to share it with your kid.
I don't like it.
All right, D-Ed. Well, listen,
right.
we'll talk soon. I'll look forward to it, all right? I got to go because we got to talk to our baseball experts. All right, so Richie and Irv are on the line. That was the Ed. Again, I guess, I owe him, like I say, some thanks for at least tipping me on the fight that Mayweather was going to win it in 12. That's exactly what he said, and that's what by decision. That's exactly the way it went. Got a little extra dough in my pocket, so thanks for that. On the other hand, don't like his bad talk about the city of Pittsburgh. Either way.